One. Hi everyone. Today, myself Abhishek,
Shikhar here.
we both are presenting our final project for the CSC 449 Machine Vision course. The project is titled Detecting Ships in Satellite Images, and this is how our presentation is going to be lined up. We'll go through each of these points one by one. But first of all, let's understand why we chose this topic. We saw that in recent years, object detection on aerial images has been used in numerous applications, ranging from surveillance to wildlife tracking and to even land usage monitoring. The object detection techniques have gotten better in the recent years because of deep learning strategies, new deep learning strategies, which are giving better results. So that helps the overall area of object detection on aerial images, making it more accurate and more useful. Before we dive deeper in what sort of things we did in the project, we first would like to iterate some of the goals that we had in mind before starting the project. We wanted to showcase what actually the issues you can face when if you're trying to do object detection on aerial images. And once we identify those issues, it is important to understand what sort of a methodology would work the best. We'll also talk about what challenges we face during the implementation of the methodology and how those challenges can result in a better future work and result in and can lead to better results. This image comprises of some of the major issues that you can have with a typical aerial image and trying to do ODAI on it. You could be faced with the issue of varying illumination, occlusion, and background clutter, which can totally affect the overall accuracy of your model. This picture basically shows us how difficult it is to do object detection on these aerial images, but at the same time, this is what makes it interesting as well. Here we talk about the data set that we used. We used the DOTA data set, which basically comprises of images of 10 different classes taken from different sensors and at different scales, making it a really good data set to train your model on. Since we were only interested in ships, we actually segregated the images, and the segregated images, they vary in size from 800 cross 800 pixels to 20,000 cross 20,000 pixels as well. The methodology that we have for performing object detection on these aerial images is divided in two different stages. The first stage comprises of a backbone network, which in our case was ResNet 50 and a MobileNet V2. And the second stage comprises of faster RCNN, which is responsible for producing the final bounding boxes around the objects of interest. We'll talk a little bit more about them in detail here. The stage one comprises of, in this case, a ResNet 50, which we have showcased here in the figure, and it is responsible for computing the features from the input images. And once these features are computed, they are sent as an input to the second stage. What we make sure is that we divide the methodology in two different stages because, in the first, if you want to change the backbone network, you can do that easily in this modular approach without actually affecting the further parts of the whole object detection pipeline. In the second stage, we have a faster RCNN model, which from the outside looks like a unified network, but is actually divided in two stages. In the first level, we have something known as region proposal network, which is responsible for drawing a bunch of boxes of different size around the object of interest. And once that is done, this is sent to the second stage of the same network, which is responsible for classifying those objects as objects of interest or background, and is also responsible for choosing the best bounding boxes around those objects. Now, Shikhar will actually talk a little bit more about some of the challenges that we'll face, and that will give you an idea of what sort of things you should keep in mind here. So, Shikhar, go ahead.
Yeah. So here are the couple of challenges that we had while implementation of the project. So the first one was the data set. So here we curated the data set to just select only the ships out of multiple objects and then labeled and we changed the labels accordingly to our requirement. Then the other thing that we had was out of memory issue. So we directly used the large resolution image into our object detection model, due to which it showed an out of memory error. So in order to tackle that issue, we try to resize the image into a smaller dimensional image, due to which what happened was that the small ships which were there converged to a single point, or very small objects which our faster RCNN network is not able to detect. Then at the last, we tried out different parameter tuning techniques and also did a comparative study of different backbones such as ResNet 50 and MobileNet V2. Then here is a technique called tiling, which we called a game changer, as it helped us improve in accuracy a lot, and it also helps in it also helped in preventing the GPU out of memory error by efficiently using the GPU memory. So what we did over here was we took a large resolution image and then splitted it into multiple images, which are low resolution images, and then we provided it to a model. And we also use different image augmentation techniques such as center crop, horizontal flip, vertical flip, rotation, in order to introduce more variability in a data set and to make a performance much better. So here are a results section. So we could see in the original image, we had 2 ships, but in the detected image, we have 4 ships. We could see two false detections, and these are very small sizes, which we believe, because we directly inferenced on the large resolution of images. What we could have done was, what could have prevented that was, we could have actually splitted the test images into multiple small images, and then did a prediction, and then concatenated them back, and then find out the final result. That would have improved this kind of false detections. And the other result, we see that there are multiple ships and we are able to detect them, but sometimes in some ships there are multiple bounding boxes, which we believe happened because of less epochs of training, and non-maximum suppression within the object detection algorithm was not able to converge well. And this is an interesting result. We see that there are multiple ships next to each other, and we could also see the overlap of different horizontal boundary boxes. And in our detection, we are able to detect like 70% of the ships, and we are also able to detect small ships. But we could see that some ships are not detected. We believe that it is maybe because of the noise and because of the horizontal overlapping, because of the overlapping of these boundary boxes as well. So at the final results, we have model epoch training time and mean absolute precision for a model. So we had 3 different iterations. One was faster RCNN on ResNet on larger images, and then faster RCNN with ResNet on smaller splitted images, and the same with MobileNet V2. We could see that there is a 3 epoch, and we have 10 epochs on the later iterations, because in the first iteration, if we did more iterations, it showed out of memory issue. So that's how we resolved to these number of epochs. And we could also see that there is a major improvement in the accuracy when we used ResNet 50 with smaller images rather than MobileNet and the ResNet with larger images, which shows that tiling approach is really a game changer. So here we think is a scope of future work, or something which can actually improve our object detection model. Because we have limited GPU memory, we limited our training to 10 epochs. We believe that more training would have improved further the accuracy in classification. And then, as we talked about, we did the inferencing directly on the test images, which were high resolution images, rather than first splitting them back, splitting them and then doing the object detection and then merging them back and having the final result. We believe that it could be able to solve the problem more efficiently, and could also be a game changer like the tiling approach. And then we can also use different object detection models. We can do a comparison study of YOLO, Mask, RCNN, how they perform with respect to faster RCNN. Then in the data set, we were also provided the object-oriented boundary boxes, but we were not able to explore because of limited time. But we believe that using those object-oriented boundary boxes, we could have better accuracy. And then here are the couple of references from where we got the data set and the different research papers, which helped us in solving the issues. And thank you everyone for your time and patience. Please reach out to us in case you have any questions. We have our email IDs given.
Thank you.
Thank you.